Good morning, children. Hello there. Hi, I am Teacher Pam, your science teacher. How are you today? Are you ready to learn exciting lesson in science? Are you ready to explore, discover, and learn new concepts in science? Well then, bring out your pen and your science journal as I take you to the amazing world of science. Come on! Last quarter, you have learned about gravity and friction and how they affect the movements of objects. And you also learned about how energy is being transformed in simple machines. I know for a fact that you have gained the necessary knowledge about what is gravity, what is friction, and how energy is being transformed. Isn't it, children? So for today, children, you shall learn a new lesson, and that is the changes on the Earth's surface due to earthquake and volcanic eruption. At the end of our lesson, you shall achieve our objective to describe the changes on the Earth's surface as a result of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. But before that, let's exercise your brains with this explore activity. Let's explore. Hold on your pen and journal and try to write your ideas about earthquake inside the clouds for this idea blast on an earthquake. I know you can do this. And for the next explore activity, do the idea drops on volcanic eruption. What do you know about volcanic eruption? Can you write them inside the raindrops? Of course you can. Well done, children. Now, what can you see? Yes, the planet Earth, our planet. The planet Earth viewed at night. At this point, you will learn more about our planet Earth. You will learn the interiors of the Earth or the layers of the Earth. The layers of the Earth. The planet Earth consists of different layers. The first layer is the crust. This is the crust. It is the outermost layer, and it is made of plates. The next layer is the mantle. This is the mantle. What is the mantle? The mantle is the widest layer of the Earth. It is made of magma. The next layer is the core. The core is known as the central layer. It is divided into two. The outer core and the inner core. The outer core is the liquid part of the core, while the inner core is the solid part of the core. You will learn more about the Earth as we go on with our next lessons. What can you see in the screen? You're right, it's an earthquake and a volcanic eruption. The movement of plates on the crust is often accompanied by earthquakes and volcanic eruption. What is an earthquake? Do you know what an earthquake is? An earthquake is the shaking of the ground. It happens when crustal plates move. The plates move, slide past each other, or push toward or away each other. The movement of plates causes rocks to move, as well as when the rocks breaks, waves of energy are released and sent out through the earth. These waves trigger an earthquake. How do we know when there's an earthquake? The motion of the ground during an earthquake is measured by an instrument called seismograph. This is a seismograph. Children, there are types of earthquake. The first type is the tectonic earthquake. It is caused by the movement of the Earth's crust. While the next type is the volcanic earthquake. What is volcanic earthquake? It happens with a strong volcanic eruption. The strength of an earthquake is measured in terms of magnitude and intensity. Let's see the difference between magnitude and intensity. Magnitude refers to the amount of energy released by an earthquake from its focus. You can detect magnitude by the seismograph. And intensity refers to the effect of an earthquake, especially the damages. It is important to note some terms about an earthquake. The first term is the focus, where the earthquake begins. The focus is known as the origin of an earthquake. The next term that you need to understand is the epicenter. It is the point on the ground directly above the focus. And of course, you should know what is a fault. A fault is a weak point in the tectonic plate where pressure within the crust is released. These terms are very important for us to truly understand what an earthquake is. An earthquake's magnitude can be measured through a Richter scale. The Richter scale was developed by Charles F. Richter, an American seismologist. A seismologist is a person who studies an earthquake. Now, let us describe the strength of an earthquake based on the Richter magnitude scale. If the magnitude of an earthquake ranges from 1.0 to 1.9, people cannot feel it because it is detected by seismograph only. If the magnitude ranges from 2.0 to 2.9, people may feel it and some hanging objects may swing. For magnitude 3.0 to 3.9, the earthquake is comparable to the vibrations of a passing truck. For magnitude 4.0 to 4.9, earthquakes may break windows and small or unstable objects may fall. For earthquakes magnitude 5.0 to 5.9, earthquake damage to well-built structures, and there may be severe damage to poorly built ones. For magnitude 6.0 to 6.9, there are chunks of plasters that may fall from walls. 7.0 to 7.9 magnitude, buildings displaced from foundations. There are cracks on the ground and underground pipes are broken. For magnitude 8.0 to 8.9, buildings are destroyed and there are few structures left steady. And for magnitude 9.0 and greater, this is near total destruction. Historical records of earthquakes in the Philippines from 1589 to the present show that our country is frequently hit by earthquakes. Why? This is due to the country's location in the area where crustal plates are weak. This area is called the Circum-Pacific Belt or the Pacific Ring of Fire. The Pacific Ring of Fire is 25,000 miles chain of volcanoes and seismically active sites of earthquakes and volcanic eruption. That's it, children. We are done explaining what is an earthquake, what is it all about, how does it happen, and how it changes the Earth's surface. Now we shall proceed to the next topic. Are you ready to learn some more? What can you see on the screen? Yes, it's a volcanic eruption. Are you thinking what I am thinking? Have you seen or gone near a volcano? What is a volcano? How is it different from other landforms? You will answer all these questions in a while. What is a volcano? A volcano is an opening in the Earth's crust where lava, molten rocks, ashes, and gaseous materials are forced throughout its opening, known as the crater. Do you know some volcanoes in our country? Alright, let's have a tour. Volcanoes in the Philippines. Our first volcano is Mount Bulusan in Sorsogon. Our next picture is Mount Pinatubo in Zambales. Let's have more. The next picture is Mount Canlaon in Negros Oriental. We also have Mount Hibok-Hibok or Hibok-Hibok Volcano in Camiguin. Of course, I know that you know this volcano, known for its perfect cone. This is Mayon Volcano in Albay. After knowing what is a volcano and after having a tour of the volcanoes in our country, let's now proceed on how does volcanic eruption occur. Inside a volcano is a magma chamber where molten rocks are forcefully driven by intense heat and pressure. When we say magma chamber, it is a place where rocks melt because of extreme heat and pressure. The release of magma from the crater is known as volcanic eruption. There are kinds of volcanic eruption. We have explosive and non-explosive volcanic eruption. What is the difference between the two? Explosive volcanic eruption, large amounts of pyroclastic materials are ejected by the volcano. While non-explosive volcanic eruption, lava just flows out of the crater and gaps along the sides of the volcano. Now, let us see the effects of volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption can be beneficial and harmful. For the harmful effects of volcanic eruption, it can cause damage to plants, animals, people, and property because of the pyroclastic materials ejected by the volcano during a volcanic eruption. With strong volcanic eruption, it also triggers an earthquake, and it can cause health problems, specifically for those people who have respiratory diseases. Despite the destruction it causes, volcanic eruption can be beneficial. It can generate electricity, and the pyroclastic materials can make the soil fertile. It can also produce industrial materials like pumice and sulfur. Pumice is used in grinding and polishing stones, while sulfur is used in making matches and firecrackers. The rocks from volcanoes also help scientists study the Earth's interior. Alright children, how much have you learned? Let's do this! Can you compare earthquake from volcanic eruption? Now, let's find the answer. Kindly prepare your science journal for this part. Are you ready for a test? Let's have test A. Choose the letter of the correct answer. For number 1, where is the origin of an earthquake? A. Focus, B. Epicenter, C. Intensity, D. Magnitude. Kindly write your answer on your science journal. Number 2. The amount of energy released by an earthquake from its origin is known as blank. A. Epicenter, B. Magnitude, C. Intensity, D. Focus. Write now your answer. Number 3. When do earthquakes happen? A. When crustal plates move, B. When there is too much heat inside the earth, C. When crustal plates mix, or D. When there is changing temperature. Write down your answer. For number 4, what layer of the earth is made up of tectonic plates? A. Mantle, B. Inner core, C. Outer core, or D. Crust. What could be the answer? Kindly write down in your science journal. Number 5. At what magnitude is near total destruction? A. Magnitude 6 to 6.9, B. Magnitude 9 and above, C. Magnitude 8 to 8.9, or D. Magnitude 7 to 7.9. Please write your answer. Do you want some more, children? Okay, let's have some more. Let's have test B. Write fact if the statement is correct and bluff if not. For statement number 1, volcanic eruptions may last for only few minutes. Is it a fact or a bluff? Write now your answer. Number 2. Volcanic eruptions can destroy properties. Is this a fact or a bluff? Let's proceed to number 3. The release of magma from the crater is called an earthquake. What do you think is the answer? Fact or bluff? Number 4. When lava just flows out of the crater, it is an explosive eruption. Do you think this is a fact or is it a bluff? And for number 5, rocks from volcanoes can be used by scientists to study the Earth's interior. What do you think is the answer? Is it a fact or is it a bluff? Please write your answer. Congratulations, children! Well done! I hope you learned something today. This is Teacher Pam, your science teacher, saying, "Science is amazing. Let's learn and love science." Thank you for watching. Till next time!